Shema, Yasharala, Yahweh, Alahayin Awa, Yahweh, Akad, Shema, Yasharala, Yahweh, Alahayin Awa, Yahweh, Akad, Brakli Yahweh, Brakli Hawashai, Brakli Yahweh, Brakli Hawashai, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash, Call Line Labanav, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who rule well and teach on sound doctrine. Peace, love, and salutation to you. I come out there doing the work with truth and sincerity. My name is Roy. I live down here at the James Virginia camp. Back with another lesson through the Spirit, probably out by Shemi Shai. This is going to be a quick hit through the Spirit. Something that was on my spirit this morning and a little bit of yesterday, concerning Babylon, because essentially, the scriptures say, not to trust in this place, to arise ye and depart and so on and so forth, man. Because what, man? Babylon is a fucking joke, man. All right, this place is wicked. This place is through. Okay, this place wasn't built for us to, be prosperous. Even though you have some Jake, to have like a little bit of success and so on and so forth. But those are just indicators to let us know that the curses are slowly being lifted off of us and they're being put on upon our enemies, man. All right, but what in these latter days, all right, we need to worry about, salvation, okay, deliverance, worrying about, getting right with Yahweh Shem Yahshai, so we can be spared within these latter days. Because when these latter days, we're going to have, a thing called Jacob's trouble, which we're in the beginning of those stages of Jacob's trouble. But when it comes into full effect, man, you're going to hope and wish that you have Yahweh Shem Yahshai in the shot, man. All right, the scripture says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, it is safe. Okay, so under that banner, under the house of the believers, the house of David, the house of the elect, okay, those are the ones that's going to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay, with full assurance of faith. All right, and they're going to have works to prove that. All right, because their actions and things that they do is showing forth their faith, because faith without works is dead. But I want to read Zechariah chapter 9 verse 12. It says, turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Why are we being called prisoners of hope? Because we're getting held against our will. Okay, we are brought here in captivity on slave ships. Okay, brought here to this spiritual Egypt and Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, you have a lot of sodomites. You have a lot of mental ill people. All right, and you have a lot of freakism going on, man. All right, on a high level, man. And this is why we need to be delivered out of this place, man, because there's so much wickedness that they have polluted the whole earth, man. They have polluted Babylon the Great, and they polluted the minds of the Israelites, man. And that's why the Lord, left a small remnant. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Salakia. And I'll go back to that Zechariah. Salakia, bear with me. Driving as well, too. I know which one I'm looking for. It's a lot of good ones, but it's a particular one. This shit right here, Romans 11. We'll start at verse 3. It says, Romans 11 and 3 says, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down my altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. Yeah, this was Elijah, speaking in the spirit. Okay, and it's about Apostle Paul, pretty much speaking in the spirit world, quoting, okay, Elijah the prophet. Man. Okay, why? Because later on, after, Yahweh Shah was crucified, a lot of the apostles, disciples were, put to death. Okay, especially, James and John and so on and so forth, they they died in the name of the Lord. Okay, they died pushing this truth. They died believing upon the names of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, and they was putting in the work for it. All right, and you're gonna see that within these latter days. You're gonna see, prophets being beheaded. Why? Because they're not taking that MOTB. They're not worshiping the beast and so on and so forth, like the scripture says in the book of Revelation. All right, and then it says, but what saith the answer? But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I reserved myself 7,000 men who have not bowed down, or Salaki, who have not bowed the knee to the image of all. Right, that 7,000 men represents a number of completion, okay, which is a elect remnant, okay, remnant as in a small number, and elect as in a chosen people, so a chosen, small remnant of people that comes out of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, they're going to be stiff-hearted against this place, okay, and their hearts sear with iron towards Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, because what, they're not going to forsake the Lord for mammon or to live in this wicked ass kingdom. Nah, we want the kingdom of heaven to be established on the planet Earth. So that's why we're fighting, we're preaching this word and doing the things that we're doing, okay, in the spirit to be delivered. But if we have to taste this, we know that, hey, we have a set seat with Yahweh Shai, man, being joint heirs with him. All right. So it says, verse 5 is the point. It says, even so, then at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. Right. Because why? We're in a grace period where the Lord has endowed us, to get right with him, before he brings swift destruction. And when that swift destruction comes, it ain't gonna be no more warnings. The Lord is just gonna bring out, straight judgments. So that's why the elect have received the grace period now, okay, to learn the names, learn the doctrine, learn the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and doing the things that are required of them, right? Which, matter of fact, since I brought that up, let me get Jeremiah 6:16, because I had this on deck through the Spirit. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the old ways, and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein. Where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls." But they said, we will not walk therein. Right, the 2/3 are not going to walk therein, but the elect are, that small remnant that I was speaking about. Okay, they're going to seek the old ways, meaning they're going to seek the law, statute, commandments, because we know the law, statute, commandments is our schoolmaster. It teaches us how to be godly and be closer to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. And the last point that I wanted to get was going back to Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 12. It says, "Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even to the day do I declare that I will render double unto thee." Yeah, because the Lord is going to reward us, double. Okay. Why? Because we forsook everything in this world and we chose to serve him, right? But hey, the wicked are going to receive double for their wickedness, man. So the Lord is giving out, a balance of judgments. Just like the scripture said, he that is just, let him be just still. He that is wicked or filthy, let him be filthy still. So the elect are going to constantly hearken unto Yahweh Shem Yahshai and do the things in the spirit that they need to do. All right. And I just pray, I hope one of those men, and I just keep pushing this word, and the Lord keep the spirit on me to do this work. So hey, the water Yahweh Shem Yahshai for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well on sound doctrine. Peace, love, and salutation to you. I come out there doing the work with truth and sincerity. Until next time, I want to say, call me Yahshua.